So, Clinton Davis, I would
Hey,
like to know what is your current job, man?
currently technically I'm unemployed because my contract is only for 10 months out of the year, but I'm a mathematics teacher
Hmm.
right now. But with the way that teaching contracts work, you sign a contract for 10 months, and then when that's done, if the school likes you, if you're effective, then they may offer you a contract starting the next August until the following May.
Oh, so you work based on small contracts, like not long-term job, right?
Exactly. So in the past, around here, teachers used to have what they would call like your professional contract, and you would, have a job with the district. It was long term, but they've since done away with that since I started teaching.
Mm.
So most of the time, as long as, especially teaching math, you're fairly secure, and as long as you're doing what you're supposed to, as long as you're effective, you typically have, you can feel fairly secure that you have a job, but the school's under no obligation to renew your contract.
I see. I see. Here in Brazil, I noticed that we are suffering a wave of entrepreneurship, and almost everybody wants to have something on their own, like their own company, their own business, their own way of getting some money.
Yeah.
Like I am doing right now. I am working so hard in a virtual course where I can I don't need to have a physical school. I don't need to be working in another school. I just want to sell my virtual course, for example. Don't you
Yeah.
see yourself doing something more in this range of entrepreneurship?
Maybe in the future. So right now, I'm kind of looking for like a virtual teaching position because
Hmm.
I might be moving in about a year or so, and so that's a lot easier to transfer if you're working virtually. In the
Hmm.
future, so like my spouse is a graphic designer and he wants to have his own uh, business, like you're saying.
I see.
And that I found it interesting because I like to read, I like to study new things. And if I look up at my little bookshelf up here, there are a few like books on design, color, typography, all that good stuff. So like I've been studying up, and I'm actually taking an internship currently this summer at a print shop. I won't
Oh.
go into a whole lot of details unless you just want me to, but they have a lot of like actual printing presses like from the 1940s and the 1920s and the 50s, because they actually like print out cards, posters, invitations, and things like actually on the press. So I've been studying that with that company this summer. That way, when we move to Orlando and my spouse opens his business, I can have my own little section where like I can offer that to add to that company.
It sounds nice. It sounds like do you like drawing stuff, or it's more connected with a different area?
I am I'm not much of an illustrator. I
Hmm.
mean, just because I haven't really practiced it a whole lot. The things that I've been doing more are kind of like this little card here that I made. So like I actually took and set up the physical type for this card. I obviously didn't draw this. They had the little plate. It's kind of hard to see because it's light, but it's like a little rose. And I
Okay.
actually set up, mixed the ink, and like if you could feel the card, you could actually feel the impression where like the machine printed the text, like
Ah,
by like an actual press.
got it. How cool,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah.
nice.
And so that's been having a bit of a revival here in the US because people are starting to appreciate like that hand created, hand set, and that textured feel of like the papers and that physical material.
I got it. I totally got it, ma'am. Thank you so much for answering the question of the day. And tomorrow we'll be back here with a different question. Is that okay?
Perfect.
All right. So see you tomorrow. Have a great one, buddy.
You too. Make good choices.
All right.